Shoreline Community College for tonight's game between the visitors from Everett and your Shoreline Dolphins. If you please rise for the national anthem, tonight's sung by Asia Frazier.
Hello everyone and welcome into the Shoreline Community College Gymnasium. Today is the women's college basketball. The Shoreline Dolphins will be hosting the Everett Trojans for the second to last regular season matchup for both of these teams. We're getting set to announce the starting lineups here on STSPN. Keith Neely alongside our producer Todd Elvig. And they're Trojans come in with a record of 6-6, 12-14 overall. Currently tied for fourth in the NWAC conference, and an outside shot, actually a fairly legitimate shot at an NWAC berth to get to the championships in the Tri-Cities here in a couple of weeks. They will be starting Emma Duchesne, Kelsey Rasmussen, Kylie Smith, Sierra Hagans, and Callie Long. And we'll get the rundown on the heights, weights, and all that good stuff here in just a moment. A relatively small roster for the Dolphins, 0-12 on the league record, 0-20 overall, currently at the bottom of the North Division of the NWAC standings. Atuma Abu, a 5'5" freshman, will be starting alongside Megan Lloyd, a 5'9" sophomore, Hillcrest High School in Salt Lake City. And also be starting Cindy Trong, a 5'5" freshman from Ike Eisenhower out of Yakima. And then rounding things off, Justice Perry, 5'10" sophomore out of Renton High School. And I think we got one more I missed in there. And I'll get that to you when they take the floor. Last up for the Dolphins, Edmonds back on Saturday, 60-41 with the Tritons with the 19-point victory. Right before that, lost to Whatcom 53-38, a much better showing back on last Wednesday. And of course the Dolphins will play at Peninsula, tough road trip all the way out to the Peninsula and Port Angeles at 5 p.m. on Saturday to face the 11-1 Pirates. Trojans get the opening tip and work it around the corner against a zone defense into Callie Long. Now out to Duchesne, top of the key. There's a pass out. Long three on the way, no good. Tip free. Long will get the rebound up with the right hand and in. Long with two on the offensive rebound. Abu now will bring it up against some full court pressure and fires a bullet pass over the head of Trong out of bounds. Averaging 19.7 turnovers a game. Not too much different than the Trojans at 18.5 turnovers a game. So both these teams looking to cut that down, and not in half. Some of the top teams in the league averaging about 14 turnovers a ball game. So these two teams middle of the pack perhaps in that category. And we'll work it into Long. Backdoor pass to Higgins up with the right hand. Drifts off the iron and into the hands of Trong. Will bring it up now. Being guarded by Smith. Right hand cross the timeline. Will reverse pivot over to Abu. Who calls the play, asking for the screen. She'll get it. And now the pick and roll off to Lloyd. Lloyd will dump it out to Roberts. Madeline Roberts will miss. Higgins with a rebound. Roberts, the other starter I didn't mention, a 5'4 freshman out of Coopville. And Allen is Smith down to Long. They'll get the pass into Rasmussen, spins in. There's the feed to Higgins, leaves it short. And the Finns with the rebound. 2-0, 16 or 18 minutes to go early on first quarter here on STSPN. All the Dolphins games for the last 2 months on demand on STSPN.com. There's a entry trying to find a posting. Justice Perry, it was not to be. And the Trojans will bring it up now. Rasmussen in the corner, left-hand dribble, finds Smith for the 8-footer, no good. And Perry with the rebound. Perry averaging 8.8 rebounds a contest, ahead of 6.2 points. So definitely the post will haul down a lot of offensive and defensive rebounds, and didn't quite get past the timeline that time before that shot went up. Still only 2-0. With the Trojans, the lone deuce. There's this fake by Long up with the right hand. She's got 4 now. Excellent hesitation dribble. Got through the double team. And a clean path to the rack. Abu now into the left-hand corner is double teamed by Duchesne and Rasmussen. Now a turnover, and here comes Smith. Easy lead pass. Missed opportunity on the easy left hand as Kelsey pulled the string, and now we've got a timeout on the floor. Darniella Russell wants to talk things over with her troops, and we'll take a timeout here on STSPN. You're watching women's college basketball. Three minutes gone by here in the first quarter or first half of play. 4-0 Trojans. Shoreline Community College. And across the timeline and back goes Strong, who didn't quite know where she was between the circles there, and another turnover. I have the 4th now for the Dolphins as Duchesne will bring it up. Over to Rasmussen now, right side of the key. Into Smith, long three on the way, back iron no good. Easy rebound on the long carom, and now it's a fight for the rebound as Smith is in there alongside Roberts and Perry. Perry comes away with it. Gives the ball up to Trong, left-hand side now against the man-to-man pressure of the Trojans. Long three on the way, settles in nicely. Maddie Roberts with the triple now. And they say it was only a 2. Did not count as the three ball. So cuts the lead in half nonetheless. And there's the Smith basket off of the long assist. And Kylie Smith with her first deuce of the afternoon. Down in the left-hand corner now, dribble drive through the thicket. And finally get it back to Abu, top of the key. Here's Perry. Spins in, long rebound. Duchesne will fight with the rebound over, tied up now with Fatuma Abu, a 5'5" freshman out of Rainier Beach. And now a 5'6" freshman, Breezy Shore, will enter the ball game, averaging 10.3 points a game and 5.3 rebounds, although has second in the conference, the entire NWAC in points per game over the last 7 days, 20.2 points per game in 2 contests. There's Rasmussen now, and has it stolen away there by Roberts. As Lloyd comes up with it, we'll try to get along the left-hand sideline before Rasmussen cuts her off. It will retain the basketball. The Shoreline will inbound right in front of us here. And almost had it picked off, finally does. Shore collapses and wraps her arms around the basketball. Almost loses now the pass down to Smith, left-hand dribble. And they'll swing it into Rasmussen. Back out to Long. Higgins with the left-hand drive and a foul called against Megan Lloyd heading to the rack. Long, Higgins, a 54% free throw shooter on the season. And the sophomore steps to the line to shoot the pair. First one is good. Higgins from Jackson High School, a sophomore, 8.1 points per contest. And the second one is off. And a 7-2 Trojan lead now with 15 minutes on the clock here in the first half of basketball. NWAC women's basketball on STSPN.com. And that one dribbled off the foot of Robertson into the Everett bench. And Everett wearing the black jerseys, red trim, white lettering, will bring the ball inbound now into their own half of the court, front court, to give it off to Smith. Bounce out to Hagen. She'll scoop shot, miss that. Long rebound is the 5'5" Abu, and here she comes into that double team, stolen away by Higgins. Nope. Perry wins the wrestling match, and now Trong will bring it in. Lloyd spins in on Callie Long. It can't come up with it. And another turnover. And finally knocked out of bounds by Roberts. And Everett will bring the basketball in on their half of the court now as Taylor Smith will check in, a 5'7" sophomore from Mount Lake Terrace High School. Duchesne also coming back in, replacing Higgins. And now a long Smith shot, got it. Taylor Smith with the 3. And the lead now expands to 9-2 with 13:58 to go. And another steal, here comes Smith, active hands. Finally finds the handles over on the right-hand side. Duchesne will drop it in for her first 2 points of the afternoon. And quickly the lead blossoms to 9. There's Lloyd. Had an open Roberts down the left-hand side of the lane. Wasn't able to find her. Would have had enough space anyway to put up an easy shot. Whether it went in or not remains to be seen. And now the turnover as Strong can't chase it down in backcourt. Dolphins averaging 42.2 points per contest. Short bench is long. Kylie Smith drops a 3. 14-2. Trojans at the 13-minute mark now with a 12-point lead. Abu and a timeout as head coach Russell wants to talk things over with the Finns. And we will take a break here and step aside. 13:07 to go. First half, 14-2 your score. You're watching women's college basketball on STSPN.com.
Shoreline Community College and Puget Sound Auto Dealers Association have been recognized internationally for its pioneering in finding a new way to deliver technical training for automotive repair.
Welcome back into Shoreline Community College. After the timeout, Shoreline will inbound. Long cross court pass to Roberts. There's the shot off the back iron, no good. Long with the rebound. Long lead pass. Duchesne now, left-hand dribble, has one to beat, but it's Perry at 6 foot, or thereabouts, 5'10". Plays like she's 6 foot. Now Shore, wraparound pass, Long off the window, knocks it in, and Long has 6 points. And back to the full court pressure. They finally get it to Perry. Long lead pass up to Trong. There's the three. Got a good look at it, but left it short. And now the carom comes off to Callie Long once again. She's been right around the basketball off the glass all afternoon, and now the Trojans will work it around. There's a Taylor Smith three. No. Shore tries to save it in bounds and successfully does. Duchesne with the long three. She'll nail one. So far already, 3 triples for the Trojans, and the lead expands now 17 points in early going. 12-minute mark here, the first half. And now Smith stops, pops off the back. No good, can't hit the bucket. One of the few Trojan baskets that hasn't gone through. Trojans shooting 38%, and there's a nice little scoot around the right-hand side as Maddie Roberts has all the scoring now. 4 points on the night on 2 field goals. Roberts, averaging only 1.3 points a game, already has her average. Shore with a three. 22-4 now, 11 minutes to go. And another turnover. The Dolphins are going to have to really calm down the nerves just a little bit here and limit the TO. Here's Long. Little razzle-dazzle to the rim. Long with 8. Able to split a double team and get around the outstretched arms of Justice Perry as she glided in. And now the turnover as Abu gives it up. Here comes Smith with left hand is good. Taylor Smith, since entering the ball game about 2 minutes ago, already racking up 5 points. And at some point in time, Ched Hubdy's going to have to call the pressure off here. I'd imagine at the 22-point lead. There's another triple, and feeling comfortable over there on that left-hand side is Taylor Smith, who's got 2 long ones and a short one so far today. 10 minutes, halfway through this first half of basketball. And bullet passes. Cindy can't quite find the intended recipient, Maddie Roberts, down in the corner. Maddie Neely and Chrissy Dolan. No, rather that's Tabitha King in the ball game. King, a 5'11 freshman. Maddie Neely, a 5'7 freshman. And that will be another timeout. A 30 will keep it right here and run down your WinWAC standings. At the top of the North Division, Peninsula and Bellevue tied at 11-1. Those are the two teams at the upper echelons of the North, and those are the only two that have clinched a playoff berth so far. Skagit Valley, who is at Peninsula tonight, is at 8-4 and sitting at third. It would take a loss to Peninsula and a loss to Edmonds, the Titans, to drop any further below third place. It would take two losses. Everett, of course, tonight here at Shoreline will play Bellevue on Sunday. A 1 p.m. contest moved because of some high school basketball playoffs being played in the gym on Saturday. A rare Sunday basketball game. Whatcom in fifth place right behind Everett, or tied for fourth rather, at the identical 6-6 records, and the two teams have split the pair. So this contest tonight is very important for Everett Community College, just because they have got to get the win in order to move on and have a chance, with Whatcom nipping right at their heels. Whatcom is at Bellevue College tonight, will be at Olympic, or host Olympic College on Wednesday. Callie Long with the rebound. As Keene running the left-hand side, she'll fire it up, no good. And a foul call on Roberts. That'll be her first personal foul. And the second team foul on the Dolphins. Behind Whatcom, so Peninsula, Bellevue, Skagit, Everett, and Whatcom, the only teams with a chance to make the next grade at the NWAC championships in the Tri-Cities. Olympic, Edmonds, and Shoreline are mathematically eliminated. 9:19 to go here in the first half of basketball, 29-4. And missed free throw, rebounded Shore, back to Keene, into the double team, kick out to Neely, pump fake. Now off to Shore again in that left-hand corner, eludes the double team coming. Keene, top of the free throw line, lets it settle in after a long bounce. And Keene on the board also, so 3 Trojans left on the bench, or left, that have not scored in the contest today, as Hagens looks to check back in. Lloyd tries to find the crash inside on the inside lane by Megan Lloyd. By Madeline Roberts. Lloyd with the pass, Roberts with the cut. Now there's the Smith three, no, back iron. And Long will bring it back in. Neely over to Shore. Shore will attempt a three. She got one. Breezy Shore, her second long ball, 6 points on 2 field goals. And the lead, 30 points now, as the Dolphins bring it up against limited pressure this time. Pulling off the full court man-to-man pressure. They'll dump it into Lloyd. There's a long 2-ball. Nice little fadeaway over the top of Tabitha Keene, and Megan Lloyd with the bucket. 6th point now for the Dolphins. The East has already been decided. Walla Walla, CBC, Wenatchee Valley, and Blue Mountain. There's the runner by Callie Long. She's got 12 already. So those teams have already clinched. Walla Walla at 10-2, CBC, the Columbia Basin 9-3, Wenatchee Valley and Blue Mountain tied for 3rd and 4th with identical 8-4 records. And after the Smith steal, a foul. Abu with her first personal foul, 3rd team foul. And now checking in, Hagens for Long for the Trojans. Smith will inbound. Looking over at the West Division, Lower Columbia, Centralia, and Highline have already clinched their berths to the big show, and now it's a race between South Puget Sound and Clark College. Hagens to Shore, backs down. Now Keene will wrap around. Hey, back to Hagens. Now Neely, pump fake, 6 on the shot clock. There's a long 3 by Keene. Nope, can't get the range on that. The only thing that's really kind of topsy-turvy, the only division that's a little up for grabs is the South region. Umpqua with a 10-1 record. And there's a three. Abu drops one in from beyond the arc. 36-9 with 6:20 to go. Lane, Southwest Oregon, and Portland. 6-4, 6-4, 5-5. And then you've got Clackamas kind of in the mix a little bit there also. It has an outside chance to sub 500 record at 5-6, but they get a couple of wins here over the last 2 ball games. And it could vault them into the Tri-Cities. There's the entry pass to Higgins, falls off the rim. And Perry rips down the rebound. One more game for both of these teams after today. Roberts, nice little feed over to Megan Lloyd. And now the Dolphins heating up just a little bit. Field goal percentage hovering right around 30%, 27 and change for the season. There's the three by Neely. Off the back iron, no good. Abu can't haul in the rebound. Higgins into Keene, has that stolen away, kicked out. And the Trojans will reload. Neely trying to hit Keene, can't do so, and a turnover will go back to the Dolphins. .5:19 to go, 36-11. Your score, the Trojans on top of the Dolphins in women's college basketball. Second to last regular season game for both of these squads on the road. Peninsula on Saturday. Long trip out to Port Angeles for the Dolphins to finish off the regular season. That'll be a 5 p.m. contest. There's the Higgins three. She got one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 threes for the Everett squad so far and early going. That's and a half so far. Not messing around. There's the short corner jump shot, no good. Good look by Megan Lloyd and almost saved in bounds. And Perry knew she was on the end line. Drug her foot just a bit. And now Rasmussen will come back in. Chrissy Dolan, a 5'8" sophomore from Granite Falls, comes in. So we've exhausted the rosters. Everybody on to the hardwood so far in this one. Of course, Shoreline has their starting 5 out there, and that's all you'll get. 5. Neely to Smith to Rasmussen. Almost knocked away. Excellent defense by Lloyd. And now finally taken away. I think Roberts got a tip on it. Back to Abu. Here we go. Dolphins on the cruise now. Trong down into the corner to Roberts. No good, but an offensive rebound. Megan Lloyd. 6 points for Lloyd. And the sophomore heads back to the paint with a zone defense. Neely loses the handle. Now down in the corner, Rasmussen, pump fake, dribble drive, gets fouled. Trying to split the double team. Runs right into Justice Perry, and that will be on the floor. Perry tagged with her first personal foul, 4th team foul on the Shoreline side. Into Keene, now almost lost the handle. Long pass over to Smith. Pop from 15, in and out. Not clear. Rasmussen will gather it up. Down into Dolan for a long deuce. And that one, a foul call underneath, will go against Everett. And that'll be the first team foul. And it comes at the 3:09 mark of the first half for Everett. 4 team fouls for Shoreline, 1 for Everett. And with 3:09 to go in the first half, a timeout on the floor, and we'll take a break ourselves here. You're watching women's college basketball on STSPN.
It's a great opportunity for the Shoreline Community College to get together with an organization in the city, show off what we can do with the classes that the Shoreline Community College teaches.
(39-13) your score with 3:09 to go here first half. At Shoreline Community College, sophomore night. Last home game for both Megan Lloyd and Justice Perry, the lone sophomores for the Dolphins. The honored between the games, both the women's games and the men's games here tonight. Trong down into the corner, lost out of bounds by Abu in front of the Trojans bench. And Everett will bring it back in. Long pass to Rasmussen, and she'll bring it up into front court now, being guarded man-to-man by Trong. Neely to Smith. And Rasmussen now, long deuce, no. Perry with a rebound. Very comfortable down there. Justice Perry amongst the top 20 in the league in both rebounds and block shots per game. 5'10" sophomore from Renton, playing her final home game tonight. And we'll get another rebound. There's another three on the way, and Dolan will let it go out of bounds. Back to the Trojans. 2:05 remaining first half. Perry with 246 points, 285 career rebounds, and those 60 block shots. Of course, have added to the tally tonight in that rebounding category. And Megan Lloyd, 259 rebounds, 227 points scored in 2 seasons of her career here at Shoreline Community College. And we tip our hats to those two young ladies and their great careers here. There's a long three, no good. Back to the Trojans. 39-13 with $1:30 to go. Rasmussen back to Neely. Pump fake. Dolan. Good defense there by Roberts. And now very active across the top. Imagine with only 5 players, you got to have to work very hard underneath. An excellent offensive rebound. Come back in. There's a pass to Rasmussen over everybody and out of bounds. 39-13 with $1 to go. Abu. Back to Trong. Now there's an opening underneath. Perry, a couple little side steps now. The bank by Abu. She's got 5. Got a little opening thanks to the Perry rebound. Collected a double team and shot widened open. The attempt is good, and it's 15-39 with 39.4 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Shot clock at 21, so about a 12-second differential. It won't matter. It'll reset it now. It'll be a 4-second differential as a last-second opportunity perhaps by Shoreline. Nope, it's wrong with a quick trigger. And Dolan will rip it down. 23 to go here in the half. Across the timeline comes Neely on the yo-yo dribble down to Smith. Underneath to King, one bounce on the right-hand side and a foul call. Keene will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. After the Justice Perry personal foul, her second. 15 foul. Keene now to the free throw line. Can't get their first one to fall. Only the second set of free throws attempted here in the contest. and she'll miss them both. And the rebound will go to Shoreline. They have 10 seconds for an opportunity now. Abu quick up with it. There's the long three, and Archer got snow on it as it comes down, and that will be it. Long one comes close off the bullet pass shot.
I'm waiting to see one of those make it, because I'm not kidding you. Everybody does it, and a lot of times it hits the backboard, and I'm just waiting. One of these times I go, yeah, they got it.
And then Shoreline calls you up.
Yeah.
Or not Shoreline, but Sports Center via Shoreline.
Yeah.
And then
Can we borrow that clip?
You're on board. Hits through the roof. That'll be the end of one half a play here at Shoreline Community College. The Trojans of Everett with a 39-15 lead. We'll be back on STSPN.com. Welcome back as we get set to start the second half on STSPN.com. Same starters for both Everett and Shoreline as we get ready to inbound the basketball. The Dolphins from Shoreline Community College in the white jerseys, green and gold trim, against the Everett Trojans, currently tied for fourth, as the shot by Roberts is off the mark. She'll get her own rebound, though. Excellent hustle. A kick now. Trong, no. And now the fight for the rebound. Trojans come away with it. Long lead pass up to Sierra Higgins, who will reverse her dribble. And now an excellent pass underneath as Kylie Smith can't make it fall. And the sophomore claps her hands and heads back to defense. And the Dolphins now with a chance to chip away a little bit at this lead now, 39-15 as we just get underway. There's the Abu dribble drive and the shot attempt off the back iron. Higgins with the rip. Duchesne now up on over everybody. They'll finally get the ball into Rasmussen, who'll split the wickets, and now down into the corner it goes to Smith. They counted a 2, and Kylie Smith pours in her 7th point. Fatuma Abu with 5 points in the first half. Megan Lloyd with 6. And Madeline Roberts with 4. Those are your scores in the first half of action. A long pass to Rasmussen. Excellent feed from Duchesne. Breezy Shore with 6 points. Emma Duchesne with 5. Taylor Smith 7. Kylie Smith with 5. Sierra Higgins 4. Tabitha Keene with a deuce. And Callie Long with 10 to lead all scorers. There's the Roberts dribble drive along the baseline. Stolen away by Long. And now on the run. Here come the Trojans once again. Rasmussen will pull it out and reload the offense with 18:06 to go. Second half of play. Trojans down into Higgins, and a carom off the hands of Justice Perry, who finally comes away with a loose ball. Everett has to win tonight, and even if they have a loss on Sunday to Bellevue, have an outside chance. Has a Perry miss. Roberts can't find it, and then Perry finally with the finish. And Sierra Higgins was in there and headed back on offense long before the shot went up. Kick out. Duchesne with a long 3. Good backspin, no. Trong with the rebound, and here come the Dolphins against a much softer defense than was employed by the Trojans in the first half. And full court man-to-man posed some problems, gave the Dolphins some fits. There's Abu, short corner runner. Looked like it hit the stanchion and out of bounds, but no. Another offensive rebound on good hustle by Lloyd. Rasmussen, down it. 45-17. Should Everett win against Whatcom in the tiebreaker game on Tuesday, that's if these two teams split. We're assuming that both teams will lose to Bellevue, and Whatcom beats Olympic College. Bucket's good. Perry with 4. Everett would have to play Umpqua out of the South Division in the first round. So a lot of assumptions made. There's Strong. Cindy with a left-hand dribble. Kick out to Roberts. Dumps it to Perry. There's a long 3. No. Long with a chance at it. Right back up. Megan Lloyd has 8. And it's 45-21. Shore is checking in at the next whistle for Everett. Duchesne, 3 on the way. Almost had that one. Another nice looking shot with good backspin, but won't fall. And coming away, Abu. leading the offense, cross the timeline, and now a pass toward the bench. Trong with it. Little give and go to Abu, and she'll set things up. Fatuma, a freshman, 9.2 points a game and little over 2 rebounds. Trying to find her rhythm now and get some space at the top of the key. And the clock in full run mode now. 45-21. Rasmussen into Long. She'll pump fake in on Perry. Finds Higgins underneath. And she can't find it. Nice tip back by Smith. And Higgins will finish. 6 points for Sierra. 47-21. Abu, right hand dribble, gets the screen. And a strong one from Roberts. Will light one up, no. And that time Abu got a good look. Pulled the trigger perhaps a little bit before she got her feet under her. And now a 30-second timeout on the floor. And it's a substitution timeout. And that is all they will use it for, to get Breezy Shore some minutes in the ball game. Breezy once again, the 20.2 points, second among the entire league over the last 7 days. Two games, not a bad output. Smith goes in and up. Last knocked away by Maddie Roberts. So not a bad time to be peaking and getting your offense together, especially if you may have to play a play-in game. There's Shore, right hand on the left-hand side block. Will make it count. Shore with 8. Averages 10.3 points a game. It has eclipsed that over the last 5 ball games. Roberts down to Perry. Turns around and fires a boo. No, Roberts has a good look. Excuse me, Perry has a good look at it. Now here's Roberts. She'll up and under. Settles in. Megan Lloyd. Lloyd has 10 to lead the Dolphins. Long along the baseline. No shot, they'll say, on the foul. That'll be Perry's 3rd personal foul. On the block call along the baseline. First team foul. And Long will get it right back in. A little fake. And down underneath it goes to Emma for 2. And Duchesne with 7 points tonight. A lot of action around the rest of the North Division. There's a ball. A long time. And down it goes for Abu for the 3. She's got 2 tonight. 8 points. Skagit Valley is hosting Peninsula. Whatcom is playing Bellevue today. The Bulldogs tied at the top of the league with Peninsula, and the Pirates beating them in their last contest. And there's the runner, no good. Loose ball on the floor, and everyone just stands and watches it. A couple of players from each team had an opportunity to take that thing off the deck and do something with it. Which one of them wanted to just watch it go. See if somebody else would pick it up. Finally, Shoreline will come away. There's the Roberts 2, no good. Being much more patient, Shoreline now getting into the half-court offense. There's Shore down in the corner. Smith, long ball off the back iron. Perry with the rebound. Keeps adding tallies to that total. As I mentioned before, 285 rebounds through 2 seasons in her career. And already in double figures tonight. Perry had 8 at the half. Long Smith through her hands and out of bounds. And now wholesale substitutions for the Trojans as Rasmussen, Keene, Taylor Smith, and Maddie Neely enter the ball game. Not quite.
You know, Keith, I'd like to ask you, who are the cheerleaders cheering for? Because I'm just mixed up on which way they're headed there.
Well, they're in front of the Everett bench, but I believe they would be cheering for the Dolphins, knowing the mascot down here. I feel pretty confident in that,
well,
Todd.
they're facing the guest team there.
Justice Perry puts another one in. 6 points all here in the half. And now Neely will come across the timeline into Smith. Rasmussen, pump fake. Back out to Smith, long three, left that one short. And Shore tries to get the rebound, back to Keene. Ten and change. That one's stolen away. Great job of anticipation by Justice Perry. Finally gets into the hands of Abu, and here come the Dolphins. Cross the timeline. Trying to hesitate just a bit to let Justice Perry get set up in the offensive set. Now Perry, back out to Abu. Lloyd asking for it. And now here's the dribble drive, right-hand side, Tron. Now an excellent pass down under to Justice Perry, but it all came on the dish by Cindy Tron, who drew the double team and allowed the dump pass down on that left-hand block. And Perry puts it home for 8 points tonight. Neely across the timeline, loses it for a second, now into Breezy Shore. Rasmussen to Keene, off the window. And Keene with 4 points. 9:42 remain in the ball game, 53-30. Last time these two teams met up at Everett, the Trojans came away with a 61-56 score. Much closer ball game, but of course, Shoreline at full capacity at that point in time. Since then, attrition has limited him to only 5 players. That's tough to run on 5. And that's all you've got. Makes for a long ball game. You better be in some kind of cardiovascular shape.
I do have it under good authority, though, that they've got some really key players that have already signed for next year. So they're going to be able to replenish those ranks pretty quickly.
And that's part of it, boy. If you can get a couple of key returners, and if you got a rebuilding year, you get enough players around you to be able to make a good recruiting class be helpful. It'll probably be a much, much different Shoreline Dolphin team on the women's side of things next season. Of course, you got a good start from a first-year head coach in Darniella Russell.
Yeah, I think
still coaching them up over there, even though you only got 5 players on the bench.
You know, having her here is a big improvement to begin with. So, and I know that the athletic staff here is really motivated to help promote it. So,
Boys game directly to follow this one on STSPN.com. 7:30 tip. Is that right? 7 o'clock tip. Of course, we'll have the sophomore night in between, and a couple of sophomores on this Dolphin basketball squad to be honored. Megan Lloyd, Justice Perry, a couple of the gals from the cheer squad, Kayla McLean and Gabby Fewing. There's a long ball off of a fall away from Abu, and up come the Trojans now. There's the Shore. Shot is short. Roberts with the rebound. On the boys' side of things, Adam Johnson, Austin Jork, Josh Wisnebrodo, Ryan Reyes, and Antonio Foster's the seniors to be honored between ball games. I hope you stick around. And the Trojans just keep pouring it on in a game they have to win to have a chance at the playoffs. Only Bellevue remains in front of them as far as games yet to be played. Everett losers to Bellevue in the first contest at Everett will have to travel over to Bellevue to finish the season as Megan Lloyd with an expert turnaround jump shot. Heading from left to right. Puts in about a 10-footer. Now the Rasmussen bounce pass. There's Shore out to Keene. Left that one short. Neely with the rebound. Here's the shot by Smith. That won't fall. Hustling into the corner after the rebound. Here's Shore off the window on the right-hand side. 10 points for Shore. Just short of her average. Just 10 and change. But has really been blossoming as of late. Here's Cindy Trong. Has yet to score tonight, averaging and I didn't catch who shot that. I was looking down at my sheet. I know it was a 3. That's all I got. Wrong time to look down here on the big broadcast. There, offensive rebound and putback, and that'll go against Abu, her second personal foul. Been informed that Perry is the one that dropped the 3 ball in for the Dolphins. And the first free throw from Dolan is good.
Now the question would be, can you foul out if you only have 5 players?
You can, but in a contest like this, you could play with 4. But in a contest like this, you most likely will be allowed to keep them all on the floor, I'd imagine. Coaching give that opportunity. There's a long 3, back iron. Hustling after it and stepping out of bounds is Fatuma. Great hustle. Couldn't track it down before it went off the end line.
See, I'm always here with the inquiring minds want to know.
You got another one?
No, I don't have another one.
There's the Shore 3. That one's good.
How about, is there a running clock in college basketball?
13 points for Shore. Running clock. That is a good question. I don't believe so. The mercy rule. I know in high school sports you get up by, what is it now? 40 points?
40.
They won't turn it off. But,
well, and that's the funny thing is that they actually do turn it off for timeouts and for free throws. And so how many other times are there that they shut it off? I mean, not that many. So a running clock is really kind of mute.
Man, imagine in the college ranks that isn't going to happen. Here's the Neely bucket. Nope. Off the front iron. Roberts with a rebound. Has a 1-on-4. And wisely slows things down. And gets it back out front to Perry. Down in the corner, Roberts has it partially blocked. Dolan knocks it out of bounds. Back to the Dolphins for another chance with 5:46 to go.
There is high school playoffs this weekend.
A lot of playoffs.
There's
you would
a lot.
know, having
I would.
done a few of them on
that is right.
STSPN.com. There's the block shot. Shore will come away with it. Long pass to Smith, up with the right hand. Taylor Smith. Lloyd, no. Megan Lloyd, 5'9", a sophomore. Pretty good at making space for herself in the middle. Just haven't been able to get the ball to fall more than a couple of times here in the second half. Has actually 6 points in each half, 12 points. Leads all scorers on the Shoreline side of thing, down underneath the Roberts. Back out time. Strong bullet pass to Perry. 9 on the shot clock. Back to Abu. She'll throw it up from beyond the arc. That one no good. And Perry will rumble to the rack and puts in the deuce. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 points, all in the second half for Justice Perry. 4 minutes to go. Duchesne with the three. No, Keene with the rebound, and that's up and good. Tabitha Keene, 4 points in the half, 6 points in the ball game at the 4-minute mark. The Dolphins will bring it up. Don't look visibly fatigued.
So the question would be, do you think that they are more apt to throw 3 balls up when they're ahead by a lot of points?
I think it's comfortable.
Like in football, you know, a lot of times you'll see if the team's really up, they'll throw it down the field.
Chrissy Dolan. I think that a lot of it is Shoreline may be a little bit tired, so they're sagging off on those threes a little bit in their zone defense, and just they're more available. There's the Abu shot. Off the bank it goes, no good. Dolan will waltz across the half-court mark. There's King, spins in, and that's mostly blocked by Megan Lloyd. Thought she had it, and a foul called. Second personal foul. Third on the Dolphins, and Keene back to the free throw line, 2 for 4 tonight. Buries the first. Keene 1 for 3 on the season, is already 3 for 5, make that 3 for 6. It's more than double their free throw output in one ball game. Knocked away, Keene will come up with it. There's the long lead pass, galloping after it as Dolan has it stolen away. Abu will come up with it in the corner into the double team. Lloyd has Perry ahead of her. She'll hit her on the right-hand side outside the arc. Now Trong with a lot of space and a lot of distance. And it'll be Lloyd on the cleanup. Off the miss, puts it back up and in. 69-39 with 2:30 to play. Lloyd with the rebound. There's Abu. Can't get that one to fall. Had a couple running. Here's Neely, pump fake. Now to Dolan, 3. Got it. Long lead pass in transition. Nice job of running the court by the Trojans. And Abu finally will slither in and gather up the rebound. That's a 2 if it goes, and it does. Fatuma, 5 points in each half, now with 10. With a little over a minute to play in the ball game. Smith with a little Euro step, maybe got an extra one in there. couldn't get the shot off. And Fatuma once again feeling the range. One more contest, as I mentioned, Peninsula, long road trip. Coming for the Finns, a 5 p.m. contest against the Pirates in Port Angeles. The 11-1 Pirates on Saturday night at 5 p.m. Boo will drag it out. They've got 17 on the shot clock, so even if they run out the clock, Everett will still get one more possession. Left that one short. Perry with the rebound, stripped away by Keene. And that should all but do it. 10-9. There's Smith, and they'll pull it back out, and that will be the ball game. 74-41. Everett will move to 7-6 on the season in the NWAC. 13-14, just under 500 with one game to go. And still in fourth place, awaiting the Bellevue Whatcom score. Shoreline will fall to 0-13 in the NWAC, 0-20 overall. And again, the next home, rather this is the final home game, then the final remaining game, the road trip out to Peninsula and Port Angeles at 5 p.m. on Saturday night. Everett will travel to Bellevue on Sunday to face the 11-1 Bulldogs. A win there would vault them into the playoffs for sure. A loss, they're not out of it yet. They would have to play Whatcom on Tuesday in a play-in game to see who gets that final spot in the NWAC championships. But that will do it for us here on STSPN.com. The final, again, 74-41. Thanks to our executive producer, Todd Elvig. I'm Keith Neely. We've got the boys game coming up right after this, a 7 p.m. tip. Don't go anywhere.